Well, here we are, Superman and Lois, episode 3, The Perks of Not Being a Wallflower. And I gotta tell you, this show continues to impress me. How about you? Let's talk about that in the comments.
There's no reason to hide it, now that you both know he's Superman.
Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler talk review for Superman and Lois, episode 3. This was a really good episode. Like I said, this show continues to impress me, and it does a great job. In fact, let me give CW this compliment. It's doing a great job with the family drama. I've said this many times, and eventually I'll stop emphasizing this, but it drives me nuts in the past how the CW takes little drama, blows it up to soap opera proportions, and carries it on. But I feel like continuing even in this episode, it does a great job of showing the strength of the Kent family, showing drama that is real and relatable, and giving us something to aspire to. Now, this is what I like about Superman. I think all of us can relate to Batman. We feel more like Batman than we do Superman, while Superman is the hero we aspire to. Well, now we've taken the Kent family, and here we have the Kent family with all the drama, all the problems, all the issues that families have. But we see the strength in the Kent family to communicate and be there for each other, and that becomes the strength to overcome some of that drama. Even as the drama's going on, there is this foundation of love and trust that exists in the Kent family. So it's like the family to aspire to. So I think that's very cool how they're pulling that off. And I think the writing is really good. Like this episode in particular was very cool, especially how it opened with this great family moment. Here they are trying to paint the house, and Lois is trying to get them to decide on a color of paint. And then they're all like tired of the decisions of all the paint. And then she paints Jonathan, Jonathan paints her, then they get into this huge paint fight. Really, it's this amazing family moment. And then Clark hears trouble, and it's the bridge collapsing. Hundreds of people are gonna die! Of course Clark's gotta go save them! And as a fan, there's me going, yeah, suit up! I wanna see Superman go out and save the day, yeah! Then there's another part of me with that tension of, but it's the family. This was such a great family moment! Oh, that sucks! So that's what I'd be like, is doing a great job with that type of drama and just feeling that tension between him being Superman and being there for his family. But that was just a great moment and a moment well done. So he rushes off, he catches that bridge, he saves the day. He comes back to this awesome conversation between him and the family. And I love it because, you know, here's Jordan and Jonathan like, so how does superhearing really work? And Superman goes into some big scientific explanation.
It's more like I hear all the fluctuations taking place in the collective sonic frequency.
That makes zero sense to me.
And I thought that was very cool, but that leads us to this next part. Well, like, again, when we're talking about the family drama, here he is fixing a tractor and it's all leaky, so he just kind of stops and he's just listening in. And he listens in to Smallville High, to Jordan and Jonathan, right at the moment where Jordan is getting bullied. And he's getting bullied by the jerk who was dating Sarah, and Jordan got bold to kiss Sarah, so this guy hates Jordan. And here he is picking on Jordan, like slamming him up against the locker. And Clark is like, oh, I gotta go save him, but I can't. I shouldn't even be listening. Oh, don't you dare pick on my kid. I can't. Just breathe, breathe. Now, I think the thing that made Clark run off, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments, because you noticed Jordan, his eyes lit up red, right? So it's like power is flaring. Now, I'm part of this podcast called The Wall of Weird, and last time I was on it and talking about Superman and Lois, there was this theory that it's Jonathan and Jordan together that makes them powerful. Because when Jordan was in the North Pole, when Jordan was in the North Pole, Jonathan was doing really bad at football. But now here they are together, and Jordan's really good at football now, and Jonathan is really good, and he had this flare up in his eyes, like the red energy, the heat vision, getting ready to do its thing, and it's like, is it the two together? When they separate, they don't retain the power, but when they're together, like, I'd be curious to see how that develops. But anyway, I kind of theorized that it's that flare-up of power, that maybe Clark heard it, sensed it, and he rushed in, not just to protect Jordan, but, you know, to also make sure a power doesn't flare up or something while Jordan's being bullied, because if anybody gets that, it's Clark. But the kids, like, they're like, were you spying on us? Like, this is the ultimate invasion of privacy. And then Lois reminds him later, like, well, you remember what happened when you spied on me, right? He goes, oh yeah. Like what, a week's worth of salary of flowers just to get you to talk to me again? And so it's the responsibility Clark talked about at that table. Like, he's still not perfect at it, and he's working on it. But you felt that tension. You're not mad at Clark for listening in on his kids. You're like wanting Clark to do something, and you feel that tension he's feeling, but at the same time, it's like you feel, well, that wasn't right, Clark. You shouldn't have been listening in. You know, they're at school. They got to learn to solve their own issues. But when Clark promises not to listen in on them again, it's like Jordan takes advantage of this and lies to Clark, sort of. He goes behind Clark's back and tries out for the football team. But again, I love the reasons he tried out for the football team. He's tired of being bullied, and he wants to stand up for himself. So, yeah, I guess I got to address the drama. Sarah broke up with that jerk, whatever. But it leads to him playing football, and he's good. Like, you could tell he's stronger than the average person. And again, I'm thinking, is it because Jonathan and Jordan are together? But what I really liked is the moment that bully that had been picking on him, and they have to lock horns, and Jordan just knocks the crap out of that guy, puts him on his back, and he stands over that guy and he says, I kissed your girlfriend, and that was wrong. I apologize. Look, I'm such a wicked sinner, I might have knocked that guy on the ground and spit or something. I don't know. But how awesome is it that Jordan knocked him down and apologized? Now, this added some cool drama that I was scared that the CW was going to take and turn it into a giant soap opera, and they didn't. They did such a great job with it because Jonathan even dropped the line, football's my thing. He really feels like Jordan is invading his territory, and you see that especially when the coach says, now, Jonathan, why didn't you tell me about your brother? You're taking some laps because you didn't tell me about this. And so you could feel that tension with Jonathan, like, this is my thing. I mean, ugh. So I feel bad for him there. And yet later, he stands up for Jordan to Clark. And he says, I've never seen him this happy. He's confident. He's making friends. Maybe I don't want him to be playing football. Maybe it's a little unfair, but it's not like he's extremely powerful like you. And he's got a special gift. Why can't he use it and be special? Here he is standing up for his brother because he saw how happy his brother was, which leads to Clark breaking down and being honest and leveling with Jordan about his experience trying out for baseball and then saying, look, do you really want to do this? Is this something that is really making you happy? And they compromise where Clark becomes an assistant coach on the team. And so Jordan gets to play football. But the way they handled that drama, it was mature. It was awesome. It showed the strength of the Kent family. I thought it was so cool. Plus, it continues to fuel that theory. It's Jordan and Jonathan together where the powers get stronger. So I'm going to be very curious to see where this football plot goes because they've done a great job with it. The other thing interesting is Lois trying to dig into Morgan Edge. So we don't even get Morgan Edge in this episode, but we get this dude, right? And so this woman, Mrs. Powell, comes into the Smallville Gazette and she starts to give her testimony about Morgan Edge and how her son got a great opportunity with Edge. She plays this ominous voicemail that she got from him. And on the voicemail, it's like he's saying goodbye. And so he's never heard from again. And then Lois finds out there's other employees that have similarly vanished like him. So what is Edge doing and what is Edge up to? And then you have that dude who's been following Mrs. Powell around, sets Lois's car on fire, I guess to send a message. And then later, this part is awesome. Lois goes to the hotel to meet Mrs. Powell, but she's dying as that dude is there. And Lois is trying to beat the crap out of that dude and escape. And I'm saying, call for Superman! Come on! But here's this guy trying to I don't know, kill her. And she takes a pin and jabs it in his ear. And he's like, whatever. So I'm thinking that's kind of fishy right there, but she presses that button and Superman shows up in an instant. My gosh. When he breaks through that door and that wall and it's that quick slow motion shot, then he hits that guy, knocking him into the next hotel room and they're ready to fight. I'm like, yeah, you take him out, Superman. That guy is way taller than you, but you're way more powerful than him. And Superman punches him and nothing happens. It's like the dude had the strength and invulnerability of Superman. It reminded me of Smallville when they melted down that kryptonite and they were inhaling it, like that gang in Smallville season 2. And so they had all of Clark's strength, but they didn't have any of his other powers. That's what that dude reminded me of. And he beat the tar out of Clark. So Clark rises up and uses all of his abilities and beats the snot out of that guy with no problem. But it raises this question, what is Edge actually up to? He's got a guy working for him who's got freaking superpowers. What in the monkey? And it looked like just Superman's strength right there. So it seems like that's the only power this guy had. But then, oh no, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. So you have this guy driving home, like, I guess apologizing to Morgan Edge for his failure, and then this girl is standing in the road blocking his car, and she destroys him with heat vision. So does she only have heat vision, or will she have other abilities too? I'm very curious. What is Edge doing with superpowered people? What's he doing buying up freaking Daily Planet and places in Smallville? And he's got powered people. He's got to know Superman is Clark Kent. Like, he's got to know. I don't know what's going on here, but it is incredibly intriguing. So this show is impressing me on so many levels. I love how they're handling the drama and the family drama. I love how they make me feel the tension that Clark is feeling. And they keep it so upbeat, though, and show the strength of this family unit. I think it's such a positive message that we're seeing here. And so I love that. I think they're doing a great job with it, as well as they're keeping the other storyline that's going on here really intriguing. We didn't get Lex Luthor, or the Luthor, Captain Luthor, at all this episode. So what has this guy been doing while all this other stuff is going down? So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of good questions, and I'm still hooked. So the show is doing a fantastic job thus far. What are your thoughts on episode 3? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. While you're leaving your comment, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell by that subscribe button so you'll be notified for my next Superman and Lois review, my next movie review, ranking video, theological analysis, and anything else I do here. Justice League Snyder Cut. That's coming this week. You definitely want to get notified when I'm dropping videos all about that. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.